Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this amazing sunrise. I hope you are enjoying these Pilates workouts as much as I am. I love getting up as the sun rises before the rest of my family is up and moving and getting my body moving, taking some time for myself. Please like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and we are wrapping up our week of hip flexors. We have a couple more days working on our hip flexors, and then we will move on to something else. So let's get started this morning. So lay down on your mat. And as always, Pilates is a full body workout, so we're still going to warm up those shoulders, fire up those abs. Pilates is very much about connecting your breath to your movements, and then also learning to use your core, making that a habit in your daily movement. So let's take a couple deep thoracic breaths. Inhale into your rib cage, into your lungs. Expand those lungs. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Squeeze all of your muscles, pushing all of the air out of your lungs. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Get those arms going in a circle. Warm up those shoulders. Connect your breathing to your movement. Nice deep breaths. And other direction. And arms back down by your side. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, bring those knees up to a tabletop position. Roll those shoulders off the mat. Inhale for 5 pumps of your arms. Exhale for 5 pumps of your arms. If you can, stretch those legs out. If you have to stay on tabletop, no worries. Just connect your breathing and firing up those core muscles. Turn those toes out slightly if too much of the work is coming into your thighs. Push that lower back into the mat so there's no pressure in your lower back, navel to spine. A few more deep breaths here. And lower those legs back down. Arms up above your head. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up. Let's do a couple spine stretches. Just keeping that back nice and loose, like you're rolling over a big ball. Open up those vertebrae in the back. And relax. Let's lay back down on the mat. Bring those knees up, feet up onto the mat in line with your tailbone. We'll do some knee drops, work that inner thigh, work those hip flexors. Inhale, let one knee drop to the side and bring it back. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Try to keep the knee that isn't moving as stable as possible. Keep those hips nice and flat. Don't roll sideways with the leg that's dropping. Pull that navel into your spine. Zip up those core muscles. Try and maintain a nice neutral position in your back. You should have a gap here the size of a ripe grape. Let's do a couple more on each side. Enjoy the cool, crisp morning air with those deep breaths. As you lay on your back, enjoy the changing color of the clouds. Stretch that leg out. Stretch one leg up to the sky. Leg circle, point that toe. Nice, slow, controlled motion. Keep that opposite hip pointed straight up. No popping or pain in those hips. You can use your hands for balance. Only make those circles as big as you can without feeling pain or without rocking back and forth. You can always bend that knee and make those circles smaller. All right, let's switch directions. Inhale for one circle. Exhale for one circle. Really focus on your core. We have a couple more in this direction. And relax. And I'll show you the modifications on this side because this hip sometimes gives me some issues. So you can keep your knee bent, still do that leg circle, still keep those hips nice and flat. Make that circle a little smaller if you feel any popping or pain in that hip. Engage those pelvic floor muscles like you're zipping up a pair of pants. A couple more in that direction. And switch directions. You can keep that knee bent. Sometimes the hip will pop in one direction, but it won't in the other. For some reason, that's what happens with mine. So when I circle out, I can keep my legs straight, but going inwards, I need to keep my knee bent. So take care of your body. Nothing in Pilates should be painful. You should feel those muscles working and challenge yourself, but no pain. 8, 9, and 10. Roll over onto your side for the oyster. Shoulder right over your elbow, heels in line with that tailbone. Pull those obliques up, navel to spine. Lots of setup here. Get those heels off the ground. Lift that top leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stretch those legs out. Lay down on your mat. Pull those obliques off the mat. And let's do our side leg passe. Slide your leg or your toe up to your knee, up to the sky. Flex that foot all the way back down. If you can balance, go ahead and put your hand on your hip. If not, hand in front here to help you balance. That bottom leg is working as well. It's floating right off the top of the mat, stretching that bottom leg away from you as far as you can. Really focus on that core contraction. That's what's going to keep you balanced here on your side, is keeping that core engaged. Let's do a couple more. Last one. And roll over onto your stomach. Get up onto those elbows. Pull that navel to your spine. Just a little kick here. Pull that heel towards your glutes. Don't let your belly sink down into the mat. Stretch out those quads a little bit. Sometimes we engage those quads when we're doing hip flexor work. So let's give those a little stretch here. Roll those shoulders back away from your ears. Let's do 2 more on each side. relax. Let's come over onto the other side. Get set up for the oyster, shoulder right over your elbow. Pull those obliques in, heels in line with your tailbone. Pull those heels off the mat. Lift that top leg. Navel to spine. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 1. Got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And stretch those legs out for our side leg passe. Pull those obliques off the mat, navel to spine, pubic bone to navel, zip up those core muscles. Slide that toe up to your knee, up to the sky. Flex that foot all the way back down. Point that bottom toe. The bottom leg is engaged as well. Put that hand in front for balance. Inhale on the way up. Exhale all the way down. Exhale on the difficult part of the exercises. If you're following the thoracic breathing, that's when you contract your pelvic muscles, your deep core muscles more to push all of the air out of your body. So by doing your exhale on the difficult part of the exercise, those core muscles are engaged more to support your back, to support the rest of your body. All right, let's roll over onto our knees here, and we're going to give those hip flexors a stretch. So get into your lunge, stretch that back leg back as far as you can. Get this knee at a 90-degree angle, so knee right over your ankle. Get those hips facing forward. And raise those arms up. Push those hips down into the mat. Nice deep breaths here. Nice stretch. Couple more breaths. Last one. And walk that foot over to the side of your mat. Let that knee drop. Try and keep it at a 90-degree angle. Sometimes if you're not too flexible in your hips like I'm not, it's a little more difficult. That foot may want to walk in towards your other leg. But if you can, keep it at that 90-degree angle. Nice stretch with your glutes. Inhales. Exhales, nice deep breaths. And come out. Let's do the other side. Come into that lunge. Get that 90-degree angle here. Stretch this back leg away from your body. Belly button and hips facing straight forward. Push those hips down towards the mat. If you can, raise those arms up above your head. Nice deep breaths here. I like to try and do 5 nice breaths when I'm holding a stretch. And come down. Walk that foot out to the side of your mat. Let that knee drop. Flex this foot. Let your body sink into the stretch. Couple more breaths here. And release. Let's finish up with our push-ups. Nice full body exercise. Get everything fired up before we start the rest of our day. Nice plank position, or you can be down on your knees. 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, navel to spine. 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit back into that shell pose or child's pose. You can widen those knees a little bit. Stretch those hands away from you. Couple breaths here. And sit up. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful sunrise day. Take a look at my website, Core to Health. There's a beautiful page on there that has a picture of all of the sunrises that we have experienced during this 365-day challenge. I'm very proud of that webpage. So go to coretohealth.com, take a look in the description and book a free health consultation. I would love to work with you one-on-one. We will see you again tomorrow. Have a blessed and beautiful day.